Hello children, I hope you had seen the instructions for preparation towards any test and are also for the NEET test. Now as of your unit test is concerned for your theoretical portions, the pattern is as follows. For physics you will have for 10 marks and chemistry you will have for 10 marks and biology you can have for 10 marks. Totally you will be writing for 30 marks. And these 10 marks, you can expect any type of questions, whether it is a short answer or a paragraph answer, right? But be prepared with the contents, whatever you have, it has been taught and whatever it has been learned by you, right? Now, with your textbook, you are going to revise the main questions which are considered to be very important, as in the content, as it goes with the content. Okay, now have your book in your hand with your pencil to mark the contents. We will start with page number 2. Ready children? Ready with your pencil? Right. Now I hope you have written your classworks and your classworks are with you now. Along with that questions, these questions need to be learned and these questions as PDF, as a paper notes, you will get it along with this class video, right? So now in your textbook, mark these questions. Right, from page number 2, give a note on physics, technology and society. Okay, that you need not to write all the contents given there. A little gist of the content. Physics helps to develop the technology, which in turn helps the society. So this alone is enough, right? This you have to write with little explanation. That's it. Right. Now next one, bottom of the page, define force. Then page number 3. What are the 4 types of forces? Fundamental forces. Right. Next one. In these 4 forces you have no children. In those 4 forces write only the definitions. What is gravitational force? For that the first paragraph. Electromagnetic force, the first 2 lines. Then strong nuclear force, the first 1 line. And weak nuclear force, the first 2 lines. So definition alone is enough, right? And in particular in electromagnetic force, the paragraph next to the definition, you can have so many 1 mark questions which I had dealt in your NEET revision also. Okay, that line you mark for your NEET revision too. Right, now you come to the page number 4. That FPS system, MKS system, SI system, give the expansion. Give the expansion of SI system, FPS system, MKS system and SI system. Then this tabular column on page 4. Right? That can be asked in any type children. It can be asked like fill in the blanks, or it can be asked in the tabular column format also, or it can be asked like this: tabulate the units for length, mass and time as per different system of units. Like this, in any way it can be asked. So better be ready with the entire tabular column. Okay. Next, that SI units tabular column. So that also the same instructions. In any way it will be asked. Sometimes, for example, length meter can be given. For symbol, it would have been given in fill in the blanks. Like that, it can be asked in any way. So better be ready for whatever form of questions. Next, this tabular column. Read only the first column and third column. I am talking about the derived SI units with special names at the bottom of the 4th page. Right? No need to learn everything. Just learn the physical quantities. That is the first column. Column means this wise. Right? Top to bottom. And the third column, SI unit. What is its unit? Hertz. Force will have a unit called Newton. All those. Up to electrical conductance. Don't leave any quantity over there. Right, next. Now turn the page. On page 7, those values, important units of length. So mark that. All those units are very, very important. So prepare those numbers without any confusion, without any doubt. You have to memorize it. Yes, of course, memorizing. You can ask me, what ma'am you are asking me to memorize. But certain values are very important in physics, which you have to memorize, which will be very helpful for you in your higher classes. Okay. So these units just by heart it. Next one. Now turn to the page 8. The topmost one, define solar year, define leap year, define temperature. For the temperature there are two definitions, right? So whatever you feel it as important you can write. Then you come below. This diagram children on page number 9. Page number 9 there is a diagram. Can you see it? There is one thermometer diagram on 3 thermometers of the bulbs at the bottom. So the diagram is very important. You can ask me, ma'am, there are too many numbers given in that, how we can remember all those numbers. Better know these values alone. There are 3 scales now. What is your first scale? Fahrenheit scale. Second one is Celsius. Third one is Kelvin. So the bottommost values, that is 32 degree Fahrenheit, 0 degree Celsius and 273.15 Kelvin, that we mark. That values need to be marked. And the topmost values, 212 degree Fahrenheit, 100 degree Celsius and 373 Kelvin. That also you mark. That is 3 sets of values on the bottom and 3 sets of value on the top. That alone is enough. So no doubt that diagram and the lower fixed point and the upper fixed point. Okay? Right. Next one. What are the 2 types of thermometers? And this sum, children, there is one sum over there. C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9. This is a simple formula, but I am going to teach one sum here as a revision, which can convert one temperature into any other 2 scales. Okay, that I will teach you now. Before getting into that, mark 3 other definitions. On page 8, there is below that the temperature box, definition for temperature. Below that, there is a definition for Kelvin. Mark that. And turn the page 7. Under the heading standard of mass, there is one definition for mass. That also you know. And in this side, page number 6, under the heading standards of length, 1 meter is defined as the length of path travelled by light in vacuum, and one number is given up to that second, up to there you mark. Right? Okay, so these are the questions you have to prepare for your unit test. The PDF notes will be enclosed here with this. Now we will move into the sum. Right? So now this sum, there is a formula given in your book which is very short form, and it will convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Now this formula I have given you now. That method is also correct. This method is also correct. Whichever you feel it easier, you can follow with it. Now convert 100 degrees Celsius into other 2 scales. That means what? This is in Celsius. What are the other 2 scales now? Fahrenheit and Kelvin. Right? Now you have to convert this into other 2 scales. Now this is an example sum. Don't expect this sum to be asked in the examination. Right? Now one general formula I have given here. No need to memorize this formula. This can you can interpret. Okay? Now see here. 3 scales are there. Right? Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. In your book, the thermometer diagram I said lower fixed point and upper fixed point. That thermometer, 3 comparative thermometer diagram you have in your hand now. Right? Now see, what is the in Celsius scale, what is the lower fixed point? As I said 0 degrees Celsius. Right? Now, this denominator you have to write 100. What is that 100 is? The difference between the lower fixed point and the upper fixed point. What is the lower fixed point? 0. What is the upper fixed point? 100. In Celsius scale I am saying. So upper fixed point minus lower fixed point. 100 minus 0, you will get 100. In other way, we can say that the Celsius scale is divided into 100 divisions. So number of divisions in the Celsius scale is 100. So that is what will come here. So what is the first content? That Celsius. The what scale we are going to write? Minus the lower value, lower fixed point, minus the difference between the upper value and the lower value. The same thing we are going to follow here. One scale we have written. Next scale is Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit minus what is the lower value? 32 degree in Fahrenheit scale. What is the difference? What are the two values? Lower fixed point and upper fixed points. 212 minus 32. You will get 180. So Celsius scale over, Fahrenheit scale over. Now we have to move to Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale, what is the lower value? 273. The difference between the upper value and the lower value is 373 minus 273. So you will get 100. So this is the general formula. You need not to memorize this and you need not to worry how I can remember this much bigger formula and all. Easily you can remember. The scale minus the lower value divided by the difference of upper fixed point and the lower fixed point. Okay. Now what is the temperature given? 100 degree Celsius. First this side I have done Celsius into Fahrenheit. That side I have done Celsius into Kelvin. Shall we move into that? Now 100. So in the place of C, substitute. This is given in 100 degrees Celsius. And then other things you have to substitute. 0, 100, F write as it is 32, 180. Right now here, what is that? 100 will get cancelled and you will get 1. And F minus 32 will come here. 180 will go that side as cross multiplication. Right? 1 into 180 you will get 180 here. And this here, F minus 32. This is F minus, no, that minus will go that side as plus 32. So 180 plus 32 you will get 212 degree Fahrenheit. Can you understand, children? 200 degrees Celsius is equal to 212. In your book, the same sum is worked out, but using that formula C by 5 like that, right? So that method is also right, this method is also right. Whichever you feel easier, you proceed. Now the same 100 degrees Celsius now converted into Kelvin, right? Say C 100, 0, 100, 0, 100. Now we have to convert into Kelvin scale. K here 273, 100. Now whatever we have to find, that I am just replacing it to the left side because it will be easier to us. K minus 273 by 100. The same here, 100 minus 0 by 100 minus 0 will give you 100. That by 100 will give you 1. Same step here, what we have done here. 1 we are getting, that same 1 we are doing here. K minus 273, when it goes that side, it will go as plus 273. And 100 will go here as cross multiplication. Whatever the steps we had followed here, that same steps I had done over here. What is the 100 plus 273? You will get 373. Now here I have to clarify one concept, children. Kelvin, when we want to get the temperature in Kelvin, we have to add 273. This is one simple step. That is what given in your book. So when we want to get a Kelvin temperature, that may be a simple one line, but you have to know how that one line came. So this is the step. So which had been arrived from this formula. Can you understand, children? So that simple step also you can do, this step also you can do. So this is how you have to convert any temperature into any other scales. Okay, children? So you can be ready with this step. Surely 2 sums will be asked on this model. Thank you, children. Prepare well.